All right, well, I just wanted to give a quick update on lots of projects around here. There's like 11 billion things happening, so just to run over, from what we got going on in the garage here. So the Miata, let me start with this. Got the 46 up there. That is going to be getting the transmission pulled today because it needs to get rebuilt and a shift kit and all that kind of stuff. Neighbors, Dave and Josh, are going to come over and help me with that in a little bit. So, going to have to get that off the lift. Well, move the quad out. We're done plowing for right now. It's cold, but there's not a lot of snow right now. So, quad's going out. Transmission's coming out of that. When that's done, I'm going to push it out, drive that out, being the Miata, put that on this side so that we can get the body off of the roller skate for the Miata. I did get an email from Exocet that my chassis is ready to go. Probably within the next week it's going to ship. So that really means that like within 2 to 3 weeks, I'm probably going to have that chassis here to start building, which means we've got to get that entire thing taken apart. I also got a turbo kit ordered from Flying Miata, so that's going to be awesome. So lots of moving and bits and pieces going all over the place. In front of us here is the Model A. I haven't touched that at all in months and months. The plan was to, put the intake and the lake headers on there and build it up. That has basically stalled and it's sitting here doing nothing. I did go to the first swap meet of the year, found this cool thing. It's just a visor. It says they got written on here 47 to 53 truck, Chevy truck. I don't know if I'm going to put that on the Master Deluxe or on the RatRod pickup truck here. But anyways, so for today, priority is get the transmission out of that and flip-flop the Miata and the RatRod so that the Miata can be over there so I can use the lift to pull the body off of that car. So that's kind of it for now. I don't know that that's really going to be like super duper interesting content, pulling a TH350 out of a Chevy. But I might just put it on time lapse and see what happens. Just wanted to give an update of what's happening in the garage, and kind of that's it. So hope everybody's having a good weekend, and catch up with you in a little bit. All right, well, if you haven't been really following along, this is a 1946 Chevy pickup RatRod that I built a few years ago. Real learning experience, and what we're going to be doing is dropping the TH350 transmission out of it because, well, this. It has been leaking for a long time, and it needs a rebuild. It shifts really bad. It's slow. It's sloppy. When I built this in 2020, 2021, I did do a lot of work under here, which of course you can see. As a reminder, brake boosters on this side, so we notched our little cross member here. These are the coolant lines for the radiator that's in the bed of the truck. So this isn't going to be your typical remove a TH350, but pretty simple. I told the story before, but when I was a senior in high school, and get myself out of here, I went to the Erie County Public Library, took out some manuals and figured out how to do it in my dad's garage. Went to Sears and bought a Craftsman toolkit and figured out how to do it. So it's a pretty basic job. Just, disconnect the bell housing, disconnect the torque converter from the flex plate, and etc. There's a shifter and basically the cross member, that's it. Drive shaft, of course. Anyways, that's going to be the plan for today. As I said, Dave and Josh are coming over, so I'm just probably going to put it on time lapse here in the background, and you can watch us scurry around like little bugs under this thing so that we can get that transmission out of there. Because the plan is to go to the Charlotte Auto Fair in April with Village Customs and hang out with a bunch of other people and RatRods. So I'm going to quit yammering away here and get after it. All right, quick update. So we got the cross member out, unbolted that, got the transmission just leaning here, dripping. That was one thing that my buddy who helped me, Jay Barker, and I, when we took the book out of the Erie County Library, when you pull the drive shaft, well, that transmission fluid starts leaking out of there. So that's my little pointer. We learned that the hard way because then the rest of the night we just rolled around in transmission fluid. That was dumb. I got my cross member unbolted. So these are my coolant lines. They're kind of just dangling there. I might put a bungee cord around them. The other thing that I found was with the suspension in full droop here, it bound up my drive shaft. So I couldn't get the U-joints out. So that was a pain in my rear end for a few minutes. So anyways, also got the bolts undone from here. So we got the torque converter loose. And so now what we're going to do, let this drain for a while. Sorry for all the back and forth. We'll let this drain for a while. Then I'll loosen up the pan so I can let the back half of the pan drop down into the drip catch pan here. So there's less fluid in it. Disconnect a little bit of like the vacuum line, the kick down. Then we need to lower the truck and get it on the ground, or much lower, so that I can use the floor jack underneath the transmission because I don't have one of those fancy transmission jacks that lets me do it while the truck's on the lift. So we're gonna be on the ground for a little bit. Anyways, that's my update for now, and we'll keep working. No idea why it wasn't shifting well. Well, we are winning this afternoon. That was really only about an hour and a half of work. Notice this is over here now. Miata's over here now. So that's awesome. Got this up here, just lifted it up a little bit because I think that's gonna make it a lot easier to undo some of the electrical stuff. I don't have to be bending over all the time. Transmission came out without any problems other than the fact that it did cause monsoon of the transmission fluid while I was draining it out. So whatever, that's dumb. Got them switched around. They're good for now. So I'm gonna spend a little bit more time this afternoon poking away at this thing. Hopefully undo the front half of the wiring harness and things like that. Got the email that my chassis is painted at Exocet, and it's gonna kick some ass. So I'm gonna work on that for a little bit, but I don't think anybody really wants me to wants to watch me disassemble a Miata. So that'll sit there for a little bit until I get the transmission rebuilt, and that's it. Awesome. Have a good weekend, everybody. Go, Lila. Go, just take it. Yeah!